I've never seen one of these with 4 blades before, and I like it. If I'd never seen it with 5, I might prefer it with 4. It almost reminds me a little bit of a banana fan, given that that's the shape of the vents. So, let's check it out on all of the speeds. First of all, let's turn the light off so you can see it more clearly. I do like demonstrating the light, but low. Ooh, forgot to turn the amp meter on. 0.32. It's quite wobbly now.
Yes, I should have been more careful in my blade selection.
It's entirely your fault. That medium is quite fast with 4 blades.
Oh, look out.
Underneath the fan, it seems like it moves slightly less air with 4. Let's see what it does from a distance.
It's weird, I'm not even feeling really any air right here. I have to go like this.
From this distance, it's about the same, I think. It's interesting because you technically, the argument is that more blades is less airflow because the motor will spin faster with less and blah blah blah. But it really depends on the ratio of the motor's power essentially compared to the blade weight and surface area or the load on the motor. So in some cases that's true, and in other cases, actually I think in almost all of the examples when we tested fans, they've moved more air with all of their blades simply because they are designed. Was that a sound from there?
Yeah, it sounded like it was reverberating through the beam.
Could have been something on the roof.
Yes.
The exception, which I haven't actually tried in a variety of blade configurations, but I'm fairly certain, is those design houses like it's on my parents' porch.
Mm-hmm.
Those have 6 full-size blades, and they go very slow on high, and I'd be willing to bet any kind of money that they would go a lot faster with 5. I don't know why I'm showing over here. There's no current draw at the moment. I guess I'm checking to make sure that that's in fact off because the spin down time is taking a while.
Yeah, this fan does not have a secret speed.
That's true. You did get tricked by the fan with the secret speed.
Yes. 4 speeds on the pull chain is somewhat unusual.
Yeah, it doesn't come up very often. I converted one of my Sonadaires to 4-speed pull chain simply because it was the low was extremely fast, but I didn't want to lose any of the other speeds, so I just added a 4th speed, and everyone was happy. There we go. Low. 0.32. You got a preference 4 versus 5 for this?
It's hard to say. I'd still give the edge to 5. That looks better than I expected with 4.
I quite like it with 4. I would still pick 5 in this case because, especially if we're talking about this hanging in the museum, it should represent, you know, the model, and the model was typically sold with 5 and installed with 5, and, you know, doesn't seem right to do less. But if I were hanging it in my own house, I can't honestly say which one I would pick. The biggest difference I notice with 4 blades is that the medium speed is faster with 4.
If it weren't such a wobbler, is this something you'd consider for a temporary install in your living room?
I don't think so. I mean, I could always balance it to the point where it wouldn't wobble so much, but it doesn't go with anything in my living room at all. And I don't think I like it that much. I would, I don't know, if the wife likes it enough that she asks for it, then I would do it. I know a lot of people are just going to say, duh. This is my first time realizing that this is basically Hunter's Saturn knockoff.
Yes, it is very somewhat Saturn-esque. They were probably like a Saturn knockoff with the core of an original. How can we go wrong?
Yeah. Well, plus it's a great deal more like retro modern than the Saturn is. Saturn being a very retro modern fan, but it still has elements of a traditional fan. Other than the profile of this being the profile of an original. Well, it started with 3 microfarads with the 4 blades. 0.15. I think it started with 3 with the 5 too, though I can't remember. And looking at it with 4, I'm pretty sure one of the blade brackets is slightly out of clock.
Oh,
this blade that's about to passes me. I don't think it makes a straight line. Nope.
I can see. Yeah, that one that just passed me now. It's quite a bit out of clock.
Yeah.
That would have been the one that I should have
removed from the equation.
Yes.
Poor thing. 4.2. Five. 0.25. 6. 7.35. 10.51.
That is the beginning of wobble speed.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15.69. 16, 17, 18 being 0.81 and 19 being 0.85, so I guess 18.5 might hit the medium speed in the nose. 20 being 0.89, 25 being 1.04. 30 being 1.13, 40 being 1.23, high being 1.32. Off. Solid state. And for this time, since I didn't do it last time, we'll turn the light on for the solid state. Because I suppose if I did want to replace the blade brackets, I could just use regular Hunter blade brackets and strip the brass plating off, so you just have silver underneath. It's not like you're going to see the different shape. I don't know. I don't think this is bad enough not to use at this point. I mean, with further balancing, I'm sure I could get it. So there's very little noticeable wobble. Okay, solid state. With the light on, remember, we're all the way at the bottom and we're at 0.19. I'll inch it up. 0.2, 0.25, 0.3, there's 0.3.
There's a very minimal glow from the light, I think.
Yep, you're right. Didn't even notice it, except you pointed it out.
It flickers a little bit.
That could be because I just turned it off to see the difference in the globe.
That could be. Yeah, there it comes.
0.35 now. Does that show up in the camera? .4, 0.45, 0.5, 0.8, 0.95, 1.3. These are all very minute turns on the solid state control. 1.7. Okay. Yeah, there's some sort of bird or something on the roof.
Mm.
That's what we're hearing. Guess we could hit the roof with a stick or something and it would go away, but it's not bothering anybody being up there. Okay, thanks for watching.